believe me, just watch.
You gotta get pumped up here between the coffee and the music. We are rocking it here on Morning Brew with friends. And this is Ebony Booth. And Ebony, you came to Albuquerque in kind of an interesting way and kind of got inspired, and we're kind of put in like the perfect situation to be able to launch something awesome like Burque Noir.
Yeah, definitely. I moved here from Denver last year, actually a year ago this month, and the 22nd is my anniversary, as a matter of fact.
Well done.
But I've been at the Harwood Art Center since June, and that gives me a really unique opportunity to be immersed into the downtown art scene and find out all the cool things that are going on in Albuquerque. And that's
a way to find out everything going on.
About everything that's going on in Albuquerque. So
and there's a lot. When you moved here from
ton.
Denver, were you surprised about how much is actually happening in this small little town? I
was really surprised by it, and then also excited by it, because there's something very unique about the creative culture of Albuquerque, where there's so many people who identify as artists, and that is their job. When they tell you what they do, they're an artist. And it was really exciting to find a place where I could be an artist, I could be a creative individual and be welcomed to that, and kind of have an idea and then make it happen.
Awesome. And then you took that and ran with it and created Burque Noir, which is kind of a series of events, right?
Well, Burque Noir is basically a networking showcase that's one of the featured events for Women in Creativity 2016. So this is the 11th year of Women in Creativity, and basically for the entire month of March, this is the flyer for the event.
There's a little flyer,
Yeah, that features artwork by Aziza Murray, who's an African-American photographer who graduated from UNM art school, who is amazing. And Aziza Murray's artwork actually inspired me a lot for the imagery that I wanted to go along with Burque Noir, because it's just
black and white.
Black and white, really stark images. Like this desert shot here kind of was indicative of the way that I felt when I moved to Albuquerque.
Alone in the desert?
A little bit of isolation in the desert, but there's still very much beauty and like forward thought in that. So this is another one of the images that we pulled to kind of use to come up with the concept for Burque Noir. But it's a networking showcase for African-American artists to basically integrate themselves into the downtown art scene by having an event where we celebrate all different types of art.
Is there a barrier between African-American artists and other artists in Albuquerque?
I don't think that there is a physical or literal barrier. I think that there are definitely some
there are cultural differences.
Some cultural differences that just don't necessarily always have the same people in the same room. I found that in many different organizations you have African-American representation and variety throughout. However, I thought it would be unique if we could take all those organizations and their representatives who identify as Black or African-American into one room and throw a party.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so we're kind of looking, it's exclusively inclusive. So it's not just an event that's for Black people to attend. It's an event that celebrates Black women in activism and arts. It celebrates African-American artists, Black music, style, all of those things kind of together in one space for a really special event on March 26th. So yeah, it's exciting. It'll be downtown at Las Puertas Event Center at 1512 First Northwest.
I love it. My buddy Ken Carson is helping you guys out with this. Ken from Nexus Brewing.
Yes, Nexus Brewing is definitely one of our sponsors who we're so excited to partner with, because it's a Black-owned business here in Albuquerque, but also
great beer, great food.
Great beer, great food. I love the fried okra.
Right, and I think Ken still has the only soul food restaurant in Albuquerque.
Not the only soul food restaurant. Frank Willis has the Frank's Chicken and Waffles. So that's on San Mateo. That's really awesome. Delicious food. I'm still new, so if anyone has any hints or tips that you'd like to give me as to where I should go for
what's your Twitter feed, and we can send them there?
I'm on Twitter at Burque Noir.
At Burque Noir. So if you know of another soul food restaurant, we'll
tag
do
me
it.
In it.
Me too. ABQ Dan Mayfield, just tag me, because I would love to know. I love food.
Yes.
Yes.
Delicious.
And then one of the awesome things too about Burque Noir is that you're still accepting applications for artists.
We are.
Right?
So there's a call for artists that's up on our Facebook page, which everything is at Burque Noir. So it's really simple to find us on Facebook. We're on Twitter and Instagram. The link to the call for artists application is up, and it's live until February 22nd. And the call for artists is set up so that we can identify artists who might, never have had agency or been invited to show their work in a public space before. We were interested in finding amateur artists who might be, for the first time, having the opportunity to come and show in public spaces.
I love going to places where I get to see new work. Like
Yeah.
people like, there's always that guy who comes out of the woodwork who's like, I've been painting in my basement for 15 years, and
Right.
they show up with this mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a chance for that guy to come out and say, I'm ready, here's some work.
Absolutely, and there's so many different gallerists and art world aficionados that are in the downtown area who I think would also
Like
benefit
me.
from being able, right, who would also be able to benefit from seeing new work from new artists and kind of get a fresh perspective on what that does, you know. I wanted to ask artists not only to create work for the event that celebrates their inspirations in Black women in arts and activism, but also not so much who they're celebrating, but how those individuals have affected their artwork or who they are as creative individuals. You know, Nina Simone is one of my greatest influences. So, you know, I think that an event during Women's History Month where we celebrate those types of women is appropriate.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Nina Simone documentary?
I have. I watch every Nina Simone documentary that comes out.
It's great.
I'm a little bit of an addict when it comes to Nina Simone.
Awesome.
So anytime there's a documentary, I watch it. But what happened, Miss Simone, was probably by far my favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're back in a couple of minutes on the Morning Brew. Artists still have until when to apply?
So February 22nd to apply for the call for artists, and the event date is March 26th. So
We'll see you guys downtown for that. We're back in a couple of seconds. We're going to talk about playgrounds for kids. Should be fun.
Nice.
Right?